If you wanted a super exciting travel video to watch today, you're not getting that. You're getting what's going through my brain today. That's what you're getting. Guys, look what I found. Look what I found in my campground. I found them in my campground. These are the good mushrooms. There's only one that I think might not be super buggy and could be eaten, but yay, I've been looking for these. I'm gonna slice my one little mushroom in half and see if it's all buggy. It kind of feels like it might be buggy inside. Yeah. I mean, it is definitely buggier than I would care to eat unless I were just eating the cap. And then if I'm just eating the cap, there's not much there when I've just got one. So I'm gonna hang on to it, but hopefully find some more. This has been a delightful campground. It's very woodsy, and there's beautiful Rainy Creek that looks like a primeval forest. It is time to start moving south. I don't know where I'm going. For sure today I have no plan but do some laundry on the way out of town and head south. Stewart is a pretty small town. The population of Stewart is only about 500 people, but they do have everything you need here. I took the opportunity while my laundry was running to stock up on groceries. And now I gotta figure out where I'm going. I'm going south. I don't think I'm getting very far because between doing laundry and groceries and other essential activities, filled up my water tank, it's getting late. So probably just going to go far enough today just to get down the road. I have Google Maps loaded up. I found a spot. It's going to take a little while to get there, but it's not going to be crazy long drive. I always forget. If you're new to the channel, I'm Katie. This is my Jeep. And we're going on a pretty massive road trip. And I'm taking you guys along with me. That's a pretty splashy view heading out of town. I didn't see that particular view coming into town because I was facing the other direction, but that's the Bear River and some amazing coastal mountains. British Columbia never disappoints. There's a mama bear and two baby bears. I'm trying to go around you and just go off the road. Go off the road. You don't have to go down the road. Okay, good, 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 good bears. That was so cool seeing bears. Turning right here puts us back on the Cassiar Highway, and we're going to stop real quick at Meziadin Lake Provincial Park and just check out the lake real quick. Took me a minute to find a spot where I could just look at the lake real quick. Meziadin Lake. It's pretty smoky and hazy out today. I can smell wildfire in the air. After about 100 kilometers worth of trees, we have turned off the highway into some more trees to go see a historic village. What we're looking for are some totem poles, and oh, they're right there. Oh, they're cool. I'm counting 17 of them. These are supposed to be some of the oldest totem poles surviving in British Columbia. I think that must be a bear. This is an interpretive center, but it's closed. It's gonna be really hard to see. But there's a person, and they're like holding onto the pole and looking up at a wolf, maybe? It's really sunny and quite warm out today. But this was a cool stop. I'm glad I stopped to look at the totem poles. And it's only a couple kilometers off of the main road, so it's not a huge side trip, but it's neat. All right. I got the air conditioner on. It is 30°C outside, which isn't cold. Just down the road from where we were, we are now in the little settlement of Kitwanga, and Battle Hill is here. Let's find out about Battle Hill. Battle Hill, which is right back there, and you can take down all of these stairs to get to it, was used by a local tribal chief in the 1700s as a battle hill. Basically, he would fortify his position up there and attack other neighboring tribes and peoples from that hill. Apparently was pretty successful at it too. And there's a really incredible view from that little hill because I've been seeing glimpses of some pretty spectacular mountains in the distance, but it's getting late. I need to find my campsite. So I'm getting back in the car. I just figured out what those huge mountains are that I can see in the distance. That is the Seven Sisters Provincial Park, and that looks really cool. Here we are on my sad map. This is British Columbia, and we stayed at Rainy Creek Campground last night near Stewart, and we drove out Glacier Highway to the Cassiar Highway and came down the Cassiar Highway to the end, and then made a turn to the west, and we are actually in between Kitwanga and Terrace. And that's the Skeena River, which is beautiful. But there is a train that we're probably going to be hearing along with the highway, which is a little closer than I would particularly care for a highway to be, but is what it is, and there's really not any other places to camp besides right here. And I also have neighbors, which is fine. I can deal with neighbors. It is a beautiful river, and mountains are happening back there, which you probably can't see very well. But it's been a day. And in case you're wondering if I actually ate food today, I did. I just didn't film any of it because I'm all in my head today, and stuff's not getting out of here and onto there to you. So I think I need to chill and get a good night's sleep and make a plan for tomorrow as we head to Prince Rupert. I'll see you in the morning. Good morning, guys. You may notice that I've had a slight change of location. I took a sick day yesterday. I woke up with a massive headache and it just wasn't happening. So, sick day. I did manage to drive all the way down to Prince Rupert, which is where I am now, here on the Pacific Ocean, or on a bay, probably. But I'm gonna go search for some coffee. I see lots of businesses like for whale watching, and there's a port where you can ship your vehicle via the inside passage, but we're not doing that. That's really expensive. I did do a little bit of a thing yesterday, and that I went to the local shelter and actually took a puppy dog out for the day that came this close to bringing him home, but I think what I figured out is I'm not quite ready for a new puppy dog. And he was really sweet, just a kind-hearted little puppy dog. He wasn't the right dog, or it wasn't the right time. So I do not have a new dog, but I did spend some puppy dog time yesterday. I may end up wandering around British Columbia and taking lots of shelter dogs for walks. That may be my thing for a little while till I find the right one. Got my mocha from that really cute little coffee shop over there. A little warm, but not too bad. And I think we're about to find out what bay we're on. Cow Bay. That jives with the name of the coffee shop. And we have a Cow Bay gift shop. Cow Bay. They have these really cool benches around. These benches are shaped like a whale tail. They're really cool. I like them. Being a port town, there are boats. And we're walking out on this dock. It looks like this one is open for public walking out on the dock. A lot of times docks are not. They're like, stay out, you general people. But you can walk on this one. I was watching those two little crows have their little argument, and one crow had something in its beak and the other one looked like it was trying to get it. And then they stopped arguing, and the one that had the thing gave the thing to the other one. So I'm assuming that maybe the one of those was actually an older fledgling, and that was Mom. And it was yelling at Mom to give him stuff. That's my bird behavior guess, but these are some cool boats out on this dock. That's a really beautiful boat. I saw a little thing on the map that said sunken gardens. So I was looking for it, and it's through that rather disreputable looking little alley there. What a very pleasant little spot. It's a pretty small little garden area, but that would be wonderful for a little picnic. It's too early for a picnic, but it would be very nice. And I imagine you might be a little sheltered in here from some of the wind that's got to come off that bay. So, neat little place. Now we're back in the tunnel. It's very tunnel-y in here. Echoey. Ooh! Ooh! Prince Rupert's a larger town than I thought it would be. It's got like 12,000 people. And it's cute. This is the little downtown. And there's totem poles. Like there's a bunch of totem poles. I don't know how to get good pictures of totem poles because it's just one tall vertical thing. So here we are in British Columbia. We are actually at Prince Rupert. And there's a ferry that runs from Prince Rupert down to Port Hardy on Vancouver Island. The ferry travels the inside passage down to Port Hardy, and it's gotta be amazingly beautiful. The inside passage just means it goes between like the coastal islands and the mainland, so not way out in the open ocean for the most part. And you're going to be going by glaciers and fjords and seeing whales, and it's supposed to be really gorgeous. However, you need a reservation, which I don't have, although they do have some last-minute slots. And it's kind of pricey for the distance that you're going. So we're not doing that. I will spend less money in gas driving that distance than I will taking the ferry by a significant amount, like half. So I'm not taking the ferry. And I'd like to take the ferry, but we're not taking the ferry. This is the old downtown of Prince Rupert. It's just a cute little port town and all the usual stuff. They even have a Walmart here. I was a little surprised because it's not that easy to get here. I wonder if they ship stuff into Walmart via ship. That's a possibility. They do get big cruise ships here. Look at this big mural with salmon all over it. That's pretty cool. I like that. I'm thinking about so much random stuff today. My brain is all over the place. And I would like to give you guys a nice, coherent story with this video, like with a nice beginning and middle and end and a story arc through it of some kind. My life just doesn't work that way. Apparently. It's not happening today. My brain is all about things. I'm thinking about way too many things at one time today. I am thinking a bit about that little dog at the shelter, and he's no longer there. Like I literally had about an hour to decide whether I would adopt him or not because he was getting transported out and the shelter was closing the next day. Now, I suppose he's probably going to the St. George shelter or just a bigger shelter, and he'll get adopted out really fast because he's a super sweet young dog. But now I'm thinking, am I regretting the decision not to adopt him? My head's just full of thoughts today. That's that's how it's going. And if you wanted a super exciting travel video to watch today, you're not getting that. You're getting what's going through my brain today. That's what you're getting. As I was thinking about that little puppy dog, I was also thinking about, wow, there's really terrible weather happening, and we're not going to see a darn thing along the way. And where am I going? I don't know. I'm heading toward Terrace, British Columbia. But where am I going from there? I don't know. There's a detour I could take, a pretty significant detour, and I kind of want to take it, but it's heading the wrong direction. And I kind of need to be going south because I have a little bit of another deadline. And I'm trying not to do deadlines, but I have one. And I don't know, all over the place. My brain is all over the place today. Let's look at this view. I stopped for a minute to go look at this view, so let's go look at it. It's a beautiful, lovely, still day, but clouds. There's mountains and stuff that you can't see. It's getting later in the afternoon. I have no plan. I have no story for you guys. We're just going. Other things I'm thinking, this road is a lot more busy than I would prefer to travel. It's the only way in and out of Prince Rupert, but it's a little more busy than I care for. I'm thinking about how I should have picked up some coolant when I was in Prince Rupert. Now I'm leaving. I have a coolant leak somewhere. I thought I had a thermostat issue, but I have a coolant leak, and I should have picked up some coolant. I'll pick some up when we get to Terrace, but I gotta find that leak. It's way back this way. I can see it dripping. We're getting some cloud clearing. We may actually see some mountains today. I think sunshine is happening now. There's a train. I like trains. I've come full circle, and I am back to the little camp spot I was at a couple days ago on the Skeena River. There's a big earthwormer thingy in the good spot now, but I've got a spot, and I'm gonna, once my car cools down, get underneath the Jeep and under the hood and see if I can't find where my coolant leak is coming from. I stopped by Canadian Tire when I went through Terrace, and I picked up some coolant, and hopefully I can figure out where the heck the leak is. I mean, I probably need to take it in for repair, but this will decide whether I need to take it into repair real quick in Terrace, or if it can wait till I get to some place where I can stay for free for a little while the Jeep is being worked on. And so I'm going to do that once the car cools down, but at the moment I'm just going to get set up, and maybe I'll fish in this river today. Oh guys, it's hot. I'm gonna chill out under my little shade here for a bit while I'm waiting for the engine to cool off, and I'm not digging around in the engine compartment until it's a little cooler outside. shrubbery way over there. And I caught it. The leak is over here somewhere. I gotta get on the other side. These are my window shades, and they're pretty durable and slippy. They're multi-purpose. Unfortunately, now that the car is cooled off, it's not dripping anymore. And no, it's not the air conditioner. I haven't been running the air conditioner. It is a purplish fluid that looks like the antifreeze. Okay, I don't know if I'm pointing my camera in the right direction, but all of that is wet. It's coming from up there, and I think my oil cooler lives up there. So there is a leak of what looks like to be antifreeze. I actually got a bit of it on a piece of white paper towel, and it has that slightly purplish color that the antifreeze that goes in my vehicle has. And so pretty sure it's antifreeze. The level of coolant in the reservoir is just like a titch low for it being cold. I'm gonna check it when it's hot and see if it gets to where it should get to. But I think I'm leaking antifreeze. I just can't tell for sure right now because it's not actively leaking. And now I've got to decide what I want to do about that right now. I don't think it's an emergency. I'm going to keep an eye on my coolant levels, and I've got a bottle of coolant that I can top off the coolant if need be. My engine's getting up to temp. I do have a temperature monitor thing on the dash. Engine's getting up to the appropriate temp. I'm waffling because if I get it fixed here, there is a Jeep dealer in Terrace, which is not too far away. If I get it fixed here, I'm gonna have to stay in a hotel room while it's getting fixed, and it could take a while. So I think what I'm gonna do, it's about a 16-hour drive from where I am right now to Seattle. And I think it's for sure got 16 hours worth of driving in it with this particular engine code. And in Seattle, I have a place to stay for free. So, and there'll be Jeep dealers. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Keep an eye on it. Keep an eye on the coolant level. Keep an eye on the engine temperature. And carry on. Some of you may be like, why are you taking it to a Jeep dealer? Isn't that going to be super expensive? And the answer is no, because I have a warranty. I have a lifetime unlimited miles warranty on the Jeep, which sounds crazy. So, you know, like, how did you get that? Well, they don't sell them anymore. I think the year after I bought my Jeep was the last year that Stellantis or Chrysler or whoever owns Jeep now, last year that they offered that warranty. And I did have to pay for it. I bought it. I think I paid like $2,000 or $3,000 to have a lifetime unlimited miles warranty. And so I take it to the Jeep dealer for repairs. The Jeep has had a lot of repairs. It has had probably, I'm just guessing because I don't know the actual costs, but probably close to $20,000 in repairs. It's had a lot of stuff go wrong with it. So, but I didn't pay for that. So, because I had that warranty. And so far, knock on wood, Jeep has been really good about paying for all the things that are breaking on it. The things I can think of off the top of my head that have been replaced on the Jeep are the radiator, the heater core, the oil cooler, and I think the oil cooler is what's leaking. I think that's leaking now, the gasket on the oil cooler. That's my guess. Radiator, heater core, oil cooler. the rocker arm assembly and head unit on the driver's side of the engine, the fuel pump, the radio twice, the ball joints 3 times, all of the rest of the suspension, including the shocks, have been replaced. Which I was actually really surprised that they replaced the shocks under warranty. What else? Oh, the steering stabilizer, because I had the death wobble in the Jeep, so had the steering stabilizer replaced. And I just paid a deductible. It was like a $200 deductible that I think I've paid for all of those repairs. I think I've paid like 4 or 5 times. So I've paid about $1,000 in Jeep repairs, even with the warranty because I have the deductible. But, you know, that's a lot of work. There's probably some other things that I'm not thinking of right now. But it's been in the shop a lot. And it needs to go again and figure out why it's leaking antifreeze. I gotta leave you guys here today on the cliffhanger. There is a problem with the Jeep, but I don't think it's something that is going to be causing damage to the Jeep to continue to drive it. So, I could be wrong. I'm not a mechanic, but I am gonna call my brother and ask him about that because he knows cars, and make sure that I'm not doing something stupid. Well, guys, I think that's it for today. And I think that's it for this episode. Did I even do anything this episode? Where did we go? What did we do? I don't know. Some days are just like that. And thank you guys for coming along with me. And we'll see you down the road.